So with respect to one of the candidates in question, we actually, we have a protocol that we have adopted for enforcing the sign law. Historically, enforcing the sign law has not met with a lot of success, and now we are seeing with the methodology that we have developed that we are actually starting to see success, and we're starting to see our citations enforced, including the $500 fine.
How many citations have been issued to political campaigns?
So that's what I'm addressing this. So, but I wanted you to understand that from the overall sign perspective, right-of-way sign perspective, we have been grappling with this, and we're getting it under control, I think, in a better way. Not perfect. With respect to political signs, that's a snapshot in time. We have, for this particular one, we have gone out ourselves and literally removed dozens and dozens and dozens of those illegal signs in the rights of way. We have written a letter, back in March we wrote a letter to the campaign, and actually on April 5th we issued a notice of violation. The next step would be a citation. The discussions that we've had, though, with the county attorney's office is that, issuing a $500 citation for every one of these signs would be very, very difficult. And
why would it be difficult?
Because first of all, if you're issuing them all to the campaign, if the campaign is able to show, well, I directed them not to do that, that's one thing. But the other thing is that our law is facially constitutional. But do you reach a point where, if you're with a particular candidate where you're issuing citations for all of the signs, where suddenly it is becoming unconstitutional as applied? That's the discussion that we've had. And so it's a fine line to walk. So the road that we have walked, the path that we have chosen, is to treat this the same way we treat, for example, I don't want to name any businesses right now, but there's a business that was constantly having signs out and a repeat offender, and it took a while, but we finally got the judgment that we were looking for. It took the writing of the letters, it took the issuance of the notice of violation, it took going out there and meeting with them and talking with them. And Isan can discuss this further, but his staff, he's done that. They've gone out there, they've spoken with the campaign, they've written a letter to the campaign, they've now issued a notice of violation
I'd like to see a
to
copy
the
of the
campaign.
letter. Can you release the
Yes,
copy of the letter to the county council, please?
I will forward that to you. So.
And in what time frame was that issued? Because the point is moot after Tuesday.
It was issued on March, 31st? Well, that was the notice of violation.
The notice of violation was issued on April 5th, and as part of issuing...
Okay, I happen to know that the campaign continued to post illegal signs this last weekend. So
They have 30
clearly
days.
the campaign doesn't think that, this is, at a minimum, it's a mosquito bite. There's no real belief that it's going to cost them anything, or that it's a much greater incentive to continue to post these illegal signs, especially if what you're saying is that if you issue more than one $500 violation, the value of advertising all over Montgomery County is much greater than $500. So this is a serious conversation that we need to engage in. We need to make a decision about this, and we need to broadcast either we are or we are not. Either there is a law and it is going to be enforced, or it isn't, and therefore it's open season, or the cost is $500, which is a cost of doing business, and people ought to feel free to pay $500 and then just go ahead and break the law with impunity, as is occurring.
Well, and our intent with the notice of violation is to follow up with enforcement in a way that we need to coordinate it with the county attorney's office so that we're doing it in a way that does not create a bigger problem.